Hello, my name is Caelan Campbell, and I am a junior from Northwest Missouri State University. John W. Gardner says, leaders who strengthen their followers will build a legacy that will last for a very long time. Big problem in today's society is that people are scared to take the reins and become a leader. So you have three people. They're asked a question. One person asks, what do we do about this problem? The second person says, I don't know, what do you think? The third person says, well, isn't there someone we could ask? The answer could have easily been solved by asking Google. Or for a harder question, a leader might start with a strategy. The strategy of forming, storming, norming, and performing. In the forming stage, you get the group together, and there may be some nervousness or some tension and anxiety. Then you move to the storming stage, where you will find all the problems with the control and other things that you may have problems with. Then you would move to the storming or the norming stage, where you fix the problems from the storming stage. Moving from the norming stage to the performing stage, after you fix your problems, you perform, which means that you will achieve your goal. Just like forming, storming, norming, and performing, a leader may need to have vision, make solutions, and take action. An effective leader will have goals that they will need to prioritize, organize, and make a plan for action. You can always develop your performing stage better and better. Leadership, defined by Gardner, is the process of persuasion of example by which an individual or leadership team induces a group to persuade objectives held by the leader or the leadership team. Every great leader has followers. You must first determine the difference between a manager and a leader. The difference between a manager and a leader is not much. Leaders manage and managers lead, so there isn't quite a big separation between the two. But your followers will not follow you blindly. You must be personable with them. You need to share information with them. You need to help them find unity in the motivation that they seek and the motivation that your organization seeks. This is important because, surprisingly, motivation comes from your direct supervisor. Instead of the motivation that you would have, that a employer would have on his own, he is motivated by his manager. A bad manager will just keep putting down his employees if they cause problems, and this will keep causing problems. You need to compare your goals with the employees' goals so that you can form adhesion and motivation within your organization. You must give all the information that you can give, like why they're trying to achieve this goal, what the goal is that they're trying to achieve, what it will do, and when the goal should be achieved. You must build trust by being honest. You must always be honest with your employees, and that way they will trust you and keep motivation within your organization. You can also strengthen your employees by letting them develop their own initiative, their own judgments, and allow them to grow. But you must also realize that you are the symbol of your organization. As the symbol of your organization, you are the first impression, you are what everyone looks at, and so you must be a great leader. You have to start to groom your employees so that they can take over your position whenever you're no longer able to fulfill it or you're too old. Um, the business system's always changing, so you must always change with it. Um, the most important thing about leading is the ability to solve problems as efficiently as possible. Um, since we have covered most of the 14 attributes of a great leader defined by Gardner's book on leadership, I won't speak much about them, but they are physical vitality and stamina to get through resistance, intelligence and judgment in action, willingness to accept responsibility, task competence, or not just throwing tasks at people, skills in dealing with people. 80% of what you will do is deal with people. 20% is the logistics part. You must have a need to achieve, must have the ability to achieve. You must have courage, must have the capacity to motivate and manage, decide, and separate priorities. You must have confidence, you must be dominant, and you must be able to adapt because, like I said, the business cycle is always changing. To wrap it up, leadership must have the ability to solve problems effectively and have a group of followers that trust the leader and have the motivation to perform. Leaders are responsible for the success of the group. This means they must accept responsibility for their problems. You cannot place blame on your employees because that gives control to your employees. The leader must hold control, accept responsibility, and fix the problem. If a leader is passionate, then it will also probably spread to your employees and they will become motivated and passionate as well. You must always praise your employees even if they have caused a problem and then fixed that problem. Praise them for fixing that problem because this will always keep your employees happy. John W. Gardner says, "We are all faced with a great opportunity disguised as a insoluble problem. If you think that there's a problem that's impossible to solve, then make it possible. This will make the people that you are leading look at you as a great leader, and you will always be looked at as someone who revolutionized something that everyone thought was impossible." Thank you.